Hi, I'm Barney.
Hi, I'm Ken.
Hi, I'm Nick. I'm the second southerner.
I'm Mono, and I think your third choice keeper should be on the bench.
I'm Luke, and I think he's talking rubbish.
And I'm Font, and I thought the argument would make a good podcast. This is Third Choice Keeper on the Bench.
I've been having to think of all the live football that I've ever seen in my lifetime, and it doesn't half get more exciting the lower down you go.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to throw the statement out there that football gets better the lower down you go. So players in the Premier League are playing some of the worst standards of football in the British game. And that if you want true football, you've got to be looking at what league are 1874 in again?
Northwest Counties Prem at the moment.
Oh, that's the best football then.
So what tier is that?
There may be
ninth.
get better as you go lower. Nothing is more exciting than pub league football and five-a-side football done on a Tuesday night because you can get scores like 34, 33. You don't get that in the Premier League, do you?
What five-a-side games have you been watching? Dreadful defending.
But fantastic attacking.
Yeah,
Yeah,
or
but-
no goalkeepers.
You see, it's all about goals for you, isn't it? Where's the appreciation of a good bit of defending?
Now
agree.
what goal?
Where does defending get you? Defending doesn't get you points, does it?
Yeah,
It does. It gets you a guaranteed point.
this is when I need Nick, the Arsenal fan, to back me up.
I mean, you got to go off the Kevin Keegan for a former footballer who says, I'm going to score more than you.
Yep.
Never a
How
bad
much
thing, I
did that
suppose.
win him?
Very true. And that's my next statement on that is then he didn't win anything. So it's one of them because isn't that the philosophy they had at Blackpool when they were in the Prem? Was just score a lot of goals but concede
it's better
even more.
football. It's better football.
It's great for the
It's very
neutral,
exciting. There you go. That's what I'm on about.
which is what you are. But I'd say as it's because we can. This starts another argument which could go into more in like teams who have this way they play. The fans expect a way they play, and no matter where they finish the league, if they don't play that style of football, it's not good enough. So my example on that, which we can always back to, is Sam Allardyce at West Ham probably finished them fifth or sixth, got into Europe, and was still slated because the way they played wasn't great. Yet, because he was getting the 1-0 wins, he was getting the results. It's like, what do you want? Do you want results or do you want a style of football? Now, you're happy with style of football, but surely as a fan base, and this is why I don't understand them, I'd want results. Mourinho might not be the greatest person to watch football-wise, but he gets the results and gets you trophies, which is what it's all about.
But does he? Does Mourinho get you trophies?
No, because he's lost his way. He's got grumpy. When he used to be happy, he was fine.
Yeah. But I think football's much better on your division. I've enjoyed those games a lot more. Maybe it's got something to do with the camaraderie and the atmosphere that comes along with it. And come to think about it, I don't really remember much of the football, but that might have something to do with the time you have to meet in the pub beforehand.
Yes, for me, it's more a case of supporting a lower. I mean, I've never supported a bigger team really. Well, I have, but I haven't. It's a case of it's better to watch your smaller local clubs because it means probably more because it's not only your club, it's probably your community, it's your way of life for some people, and it's like I've gone to games with Burnley at Burnley, and I find it's odd to sort of you'll have your own spot you sit in, and you'll know a small circle of people. When I go out my games, I know literally everyone there, and it doesn't matter where you stand, you'll have someone to talk to. Everyone is there that you know, and it feels so much more community oriented. That yes, it's more enjoyable in my opinion. The football, I think, it's more passionate because it's not as namby-pamby. I think you get a more honest style of football. It might not be the greatest eye-catching at times. I mean, if you've watched Windsor United play, it's definitely not. But it's a case of you might grind out that 1-0 win, but it means so much more.
And I think it's refereed better at lower levels as well. They allow more stuff to go on.
Yes,
which you
I
would
agree.
never see in the Premier League. So all the interesting, exciting tackles are fine in the lower leagues, whereas in the Premier League,
The shithousery, yes.
It's shithousery is less of an issue in non-league football because it's
the
non-league
norm.
football.
Yeah, it's
so
the
if
norm.
you find a non-league shithouse, that's a proper shithouse.
Yes. I wouldn't say the refereeing would be classed as better. I agree with it. It lets more go because I think it doesn't want to make the decision as much. I think so. It can make it better in places and also a lot worse. Oh, I've seen some officials like the guy at the moment. This is going off cost. He got let go by Serie A. He's now refereeing at our level in our country. How's that happen?
He must have come over here to do another job as well, and just because he is a referee, he's doing this in part time. I don't think he's gone right. Okay, I'm no longer a Serie A referee.
Oh no, he got let go by Serie A.
Yeah, but he's not like I'm no longer a referee. Where else should I ply my trade? Oh, I know.
drop down a couple of divisions in Italy, or
we'll come to non-league football in the UK.
Work his way up in the UK.
Oh,
can they do it at Northwich on a Tuesday night?
Well, I'm going to tell you, no. I mean, he sent Scotty McGowan off for nothing. Absolutely nothing.
What do you class as nothing?
Well, when he does absolutely nothing.
Right, so it's not like he barely elbowed him in the throat.
No, I mean, well, there's a point where we've actually been successful in the appeal against the decision. That doesn't happen very often at our level.
So I think that's an agreement there. That non-league.
Oh no, I totally agree with you. Yes.
Okay. Does anyone want to debate that it's not true, or are you willing to all say, yeah, you're right?
Yeah, I don't know why I watch the top division teams, but you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a slight bit of umbrage with you.
Okay, go on.
Well, for example, just to take up on that, just because I know a few folk around me and you know everybody at Northwich, well, you can't expect me to know 18,000.
I know, but it's the feel.
I'd never get in a game.
I know, but I'm just saying that it's that feel of it. It's that I found it weird because of that. Because it's, I mean, to be fair, Burnley's the closest you're probably going to get to non-league football at the top division, because it is a community. Because literally, the whole town do go, don't they? Do you know what I mean? So that, in a way, is,
you rescued
is a
that
great
well.
thing. Yeah, you're welcome. But if you know what I mean, like you'll go to a game, you just go into the game. That I don't feel you because you're stuck in one spot and you don't get to be able to meander around and mingle with the people of different people, and you don't. I just feel like it's not as sociable. Does that make sense?
For.
Yeah, I know, but you want it as part of the banter of the game, and I always feel like you can't have it during the game as well. Do you know what I'm saying?
Well, that's because we're trying to watch some of the top players in the world, whereas you're more too busy trying to have a conversation.
Well, I do watch some of the best players in the world.
Scotty McGowan.
He is top draw. Him and Mike Corral.
He's banging goals in, isn't he?
Yeah. 30 plus goals a season, every year.
Oh, you don't have that at Burnley, do you?
No, but again, you're always bringing football back to scoring goals.
I just thought that was the aim of the game.
The aim of the game is to score more than your opponent.
Yeah. They have to score goals.
Ideally, you score one and they score none.
That's why we got Big T in there. Got most clean sheets in the season this year.
So you've got a good balance of clean sheets and goals.
Yeah, we're the best defence and goal scorers in the league.
That's what you
I
want.
think this is why football confuses me, because football isn't about scoring goals. It's about scoring more goals than the other team.
Yes.
That's why it confuses me.
What's confusing? It's a game. You've got to score more points. It's same as basketball.
Yeah.
Every
So,
sport.
yeah, no. I think I'm just picking on the point that Luke said it's not all about scoring goals.
Yeah, because he can't. Because it doesn't matter if you're scoring goals. Because if you're conceding more than you're scoring, you're not going to win games, are you?
But it's a better thing to watch. As a neutral, it's a better thing to watch when there's loads of goals flying in all over the place.
Yeah, it can't be a 5-4 thriller.
Exactly. There's not
You
many
can.
other sports that you get a 0-0. Like, what was the point of that? Like, you just played for 90 minutes, and then even in a cup that you could go, well, you've played for 90 minutes, then you played for another half hour, and it's still 0-0. We'll decide this on penalties because people have come to see some goals, so we're just going to give them a load of goals in a concentrated period of time at the end of the game, just so they don't ask for their money back.
You see, where I'd be appreciating 2 hours of really top class defending.
Or really poor strike. Yeah.
Yeah, someone once said that the hardest thing to do in football is score goals.
Not in non-league football. It seems quite a common occurrence.
Well, I don't know. No, I've seen. Granted, it's a rare thing, but you can get classic 0-0 games.
Name them. Classics. You remember the scoreline, you just don't remember anything.
Exactly. Good point. I'll give you that.
0-0, I thought, between,
Good point. But I think I appreciate a draw because, at the end of the day, like, I think me and Burnley's love of cricket comes down to there's now wrong with a good draw in cricket after 5 days.
Yeah, but look at all the points that have been scored in those 5 days. You don't get 5 days worth of cricket and no one scores a single point.
Depends. Has it been raining?
Not a run or a wicket was taken. Would you enjoy that for 5 days?
But I can throw a counter argument in this. Steve Smith was scoring plenty of runs and I was getting bored.
I've got a game that I think works quite well here. It's called Champions League or Sunday League. I'm going to name a list of players, and you have to guess whether they've won the Champions League or not. Sunday League's probably pushing it as quite of a stretch with some of the players that we've got in there, but I just need 2 players.
Yeah, I'll go for that.
We've got Ken. Who's going to challenge Ken on this one?
Go on, Barney. You take him on.
Okay.
Okay, I'm going to give you a list of 10 players, and you just have to tell me whether they are Champions League, as in they've won the Champions League, or Sunday League, they have not won the Champions League.
Okay.
Oh, go on, Ken. You go first.
Can go first?
European.
Yeah, why not?
Are you ready, Ken?
Absolutely ready.
David May.
Champions League winner.
Correct. Roberto Baggio.
Ooh. Possibly Juventus, Champions League winner.
Incorrect. Didier Drogba.
Champions League winner.
Correct. Roy Keane.
Ooh. Now, he didn't play in the final, so whether he got a medal, I want to say Champions League winner, but I know why it wouldn't be.
Well, incorrect. He did get a medal, but he didn't win a Champions League final.
Yeah.
Pavel Nedved.
Again, Juventus, do they win it? Ooh. I'm going to say not a Champions League winner.
Correct. John Terry.
Champions League winner.
Incorrect.
Ooh.
Paul Pogba.
Not a Champions League winner.
Correct. Wes Brown.
Champions League winner.
Correct. Nicholas Anelka.
Did he play in the 2012? I'm going to say Champions League winner.
Correct. Owen Hargreaves.
Not a Champions League winner.
Incorrect. So I believe that's 10. It's hard for me to keep track of how many that was. But I've been doing it on my hand. And Ken scored 7 points.
Hey.
Okay, Barney, are you ready? You've got 7 to beat.
Yeah, bring it on.
Gareth Bale.
Champions League winner.
Correct. Thierry Henry.
Sunday League.
Champions League winner with Barcelona. Carlos Tevez.
Yeah. Champions League winner.
Correct. Michael Owen.
Sunday League.
Correct. Henning Berg.
Champions League winner.
Incorrect. Michael Ballack.
Sunday League.
Correct. Joe Cole.
Sunday League.
Correct. Scott Carson.
Sunday League.
Incorrect. Danny Murphy.
Sunday League.
Correct. Steve McManaman.
Champions League winner.
Correct. It's a draw.
Yes. Well, Scott Carson.
Yeah,
maybe
where
played
did he?
2005, but he didn't play the
Yeah, he
final.
was on the bench. Yeah.
He was on the. I assumed he was on the bench, but does that count?
Mhm. Yeah, it does
Henning-
count.
Are you telling me Henning Berg wasn't on the bench for the
He wasn't on the bench.
Champions League final?
He wasn't on the bench.
Was he not?
Nope.
David May on the bench then?
David May was on the bench.
Because it'd be Yap, Stam, and Johnson. Or
Ronnie
Johnson.
Johnson.
Yeah. Okay.
So I'll do some quick fires now. Ken will go first. Are you ready?
Yep.
Dennis Bergkamp.
Champions League winner.
Incorrect.
Ah.
Barney to win. Mark Overmars.
I'm going to say Champions League winner. Did he play for Barcelona?
And you'd be right, he is a Champions League winner. There we
Ajax.
go.
Who for?
I thought Ajax 95, and I
Yeah.
thought Bergkamp was part of that team.
He wasn't. He'd just gone to Arsenal by then, I think.
But Mark Overmars, did he win it for Ajax then? Oh, right, okay. There
Yeah.
you go. Fair play.
95.
So just to take this one step further then, should the national team be made up of players not in the Premier League?
What, because we get a better standard of football?
I'm just throwing the statement out there to see what happens.
Well, I think if you're going down Mono's viewpoint here, he's going to see more goals.
And you need to have everyone do it, not just a British thing.
Oh, so like literally every country only plays a non-league football team.
Yeah, because you don't want, say, England's non-league team going gung-ho and Spain are just
Against Brazil.
passing it back and forth around the middle of the pitch, just waiting for that opportunity. 3 times a game for someone to break free. Boring.
You see now there is an England non-league team. I've seen them play, and that is it feels like non-league football because obviously it is, but against other national teams, it's very good.
But say, maybe not non-league then, but say if you... Do you think that if you had a national team made up of players from the Championship, do you think that England would still perform fairly well?
What, against everyone else's normal side?
Yeah.
Depends which team you're playing, I suppose. I think they'd still probably struggle against Spain and Belgium.
It's just something I've heard said before that they reckon someone who reckon that they could, picking players out of the Championship rather than the Premier League, could put forward a much stronger England 11.
I'd suggest they'd be more battle hardened because it's a tougher league to be playing in. That is Championship. But then you therefore, as you say, you can go down and go. It's harder. It's harder the further you go down. In the way that it's a more scrappier, tougher, stronger game, and it's because it is it is less flamboyant, shall we say. You don't get that much time on the ball as you would do maybe in the Premier League. But at the same time, are they that good that they create that extra time? I don't know.
I think it would be a disaster. The players playing in the Premier League are playing there for a reason.
That they've got a really good agent.
Well, name 10 Championship players who should be in the England squad.
Oh, don't just throw that on as research. And you're going to be able to say, can you pick a player better than who's in the England team? So you need to know the England team.
Well, you obviously think there's all these great players out there who are ready to get picked for England. So
No,
Yeah.
I'm just throwing a
no
theory out
one
there, an idea.
suggested this.
Well, I
No,
think if
I
you
do
look at
think-
some of the players that have played for England, so Jamie Vardy's played for England. Where did he come from?
he came up through the ranks.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they're
but there's a
they're way
difference
up.
between working your way up and jumping straight from the Championship into international football.
I don't think they should discount lower leagues.
I would say the only one would be for the goalkeeper.
Butland.
I think that's a position where you can move up through the divisions. I think if you're a good keeper in the Championship, you're definitely going to be a good keeper in the Premier League. Whereas I think it's a bit harder if you're a good centre half in the Championship. It's a big step up to them being a good centre half in the Premier League.
Yes.
Is Butland the third choice goalkeeper for England?
No.
Who is?
Henderson?
Yeah, I would say so at the moment.
So Henderson's got the mentality of choice keeper, but not Butland.
Who is the goalkeeper for England now?
Pickford.
Well, at the moment, probably Pickford's probably most for. Well, Southgate would probably say Pickford still is number one, and then followed by Pope and Henderson. And
Yeah.
of course,
What
probably
about Heaton?
Heaton a bit behind those, I would say, when he's back fit.
So where's Butland then?
Probably 5.
Or is he not in the England frame?
Well, he's not. I don't think he even
Oh.
plays for Stoke at the moment, does he?
Oh, is he
Yeah,
doing
but
some
he
third choice?
had a really tough start to the season. I think Southgate were willing to sort of still try and keep him in and around, but he had a difficult season at Stoke, and that's why he's dropped out of the England frame.
Yeah, because you'd think he might turn up again in the Prem next season.
Oh, it's certainly a possibility. He's certainly young enough.
Yeah.
I'm just looking at Jack Butland, who's done 30 games for Stoke this year, so I'd
Yeah.
say
So he's back playing them.
he's been playing. He hasn't been playing his third choice goalkeeper trade for a while now. So shall we all agree that I'm right? The football gets better the lower down you go?
Yeah.
The Oracle has spoken once more.
I can agree.
No, I'd still disagree.
You disagree with everything I say, though, don't you?
Somebody has to.
You were
I
meant
don't
to
know.
say no to that.
Okay, I'm not going to. I'm not opposing you for opposition's sake. I just think at times you're talking absolute claptrap.
You can get some really, really boring games in the Premier League, and you probably get boring games low down. But if you compare the two, I would say the boring games in the lower leagues are still more interesting than the boring games in the Premier League.
I've seen a couple lower down this year which have hardly been classics.
I'm not saying that they're always better, but I bet you can find.
I don't know. It sounded
an
like you went to a cracker the other day, didn't you? When was it 4-2 Padding versus Skem?
Yeah, that were a good game with that.
There you go. Agree.
Couple of shit.
But when I went into the third tier a few weeks before that to watch Bolton versus Portsmouth, that was dreadful.
I bet it was.
Well, you didn't go lower down enough. That's all that says.
I thought it was better the further down I went. So surely by the third tier I should start soon be getting better football.
Yeah, but you were comparing it to the 4-2 you've seen, and it's going to be really bad compared to that 4-2.
No, because I'd not seen the 4-2 at the time.
Well, yeah, I think that's agreement. Apart from Luke. It's a majority. It's not unanimous.
I don't think we'll ever get something that's unanimous.
Well, that brings us to the end of this latest episode, and if you've been affected by anything you've heard, send us an email, thirdchoicekeeperpodcast@gmail.com.